Imagine walking into a room and, without saying a single word, commanding everyone's attention. Imagine subtly shifting a negotiation in your favor with nothing more than a calm glance. What if I told you the most powerful communication tool isn't what you say, but what you don't say? In this video, you will discover the art of strategic silence and how mastering nonverbal communication can amplify your presence and dictate how others perceive you. We live in a world addicted to noise. Everyone talks, everyone explains, everyone reacts. On social media, in meetings, at social gatherings, the pressure to fill every moment with words is immense. But true power has never been loud. Think about the most authoritative people you've ever encountered. Did they shout to be heard? Did they rush to fill every pause? Or did they possess a quiet, unshakable calm that drew you in? Authority doesn't rush. It doesn't beg for attention. It remains calm, still, and controlled. Silence creates pressure. It forces others to lean in, to fill the gap, and often to reveal far more than they intended. Words can inform, but silence intimidates. In high-stakes moments, whether it's a job interview, a difficult conversation, or a business negotiation, silence creates a subtle tension. And in that tension, you find control. While others feel compelled to speak, to justify, to explain away the discomfort, you remain composed. This simple act shifts the balance of power entirely in your favor. Observe powerful figures during critical conversations. Watch CEOs during shareholder meetings or world leaders at a summit. When faced with difficult questions, they don't rush to respond. They pause. That pause is a weapon. It communicates confidence, intelligence, and dominance. It tells everyone watching that they are not reacting emotionally, but are considering the question with care and control. That pause signals that you are thinking, not just reacting, and that you are in complete command of the moment. It makes your eventual answer carry so much more weight. First impressions are decided in seconds, long before you ever speak a word. A well-timed pause as you enter a room, steady eye contact with the key person there, and a relaxed, open posture can instantly create a sense of gravitas. People will perceive you as important, as someone to be listened to, before you've even introduced yourself. Influencers, leaders, and elite communicators understand this principle deeply. They use silence the way a great musician uses rhythm and rests. The pause doesn't just separate the notes. It makes the notes that follow stronger. It makes people listen more intently. Here is the modern paradox. In the loudest, most distracted era in human history, stillness has become a superpower. The most impactful creators, leaders, and thinkers often speak less, not more. They understand that constant talking dilutes their message. Instead, they allow silence to pull attention toward them. When everyone is shouting for attention, the calm, silent presence becomes magnetic. It's like a quiet island in a stormy sea, a point of stability and strength that people are naturally drawn to. Your refusal to join the noise makes you the center of attention. So, how do you cultivate this power? Strategic silence begins with stillness. A still body communicates confidence. Think about it. Nervous energy manifests as physical movement. Fidgeting, tapping your foot, shifting your weight. These actions broadcast uncertainty and anxiety. In contrast, controlled stillness signals authority and ease. Practice slowing down your movements. When you sit, sit with purpose. When you stand, stand grounded. Relax your shoulders. Use unhurried, deliberate gestures. These small changes tell the room that you are not threatened, that you are comfortable in your own skin, and that you are in control of the space you occupy. Stillness speaks before words ever do. Eye contact is the next layer of silent power. It's the most direct and potent form of nonverbal communication. Calm, intentional eye contact, without aggression, commands respect. It's not about staring someone down. It's about connecting with them in a way that shows you are present and engaged. When someone is speaking to you, hold their gaze. This shows you are listening intently. Then, when it's your turn to speak, pause for a beat before responding while maintaining that eye contact. This simple sequence creates psychological pressure. It forces the other person to take your presence seriously and often makes them reconsider their own words. It communicates that you are not just waiting for your turn to talk, but that you are truly processing what was said. Posture completes this silent message. Your body communicates your status and mindset before your voice ever enters the conversation. Standing tall, keeping your chin neutral, and opening your chest by rolling your shoulders back sends a clear, unambiguous signal of confidence. It's a posture that takes up space and claims it as your own. Conversely, slouching, rounding your shoulders, or looking at the floor is a posture that asks for permission. It makes you appear smaller and less significant. Strong posture assumes authority without a single word. It's the physical foundation upon which your silent power is built. Now, let's talk about using this in the real world. Silence becomes most powerful when used intentionally in specific situations. In conversations, when someone challenges you or asks a provocative question, do not rush to defend yourself. Let their words hang in the air for a moment. Let silence do the work. People often become uncomfortable with their own statements when they're not immediately validated or countered. They may start to backtrack, over-explain, or reveal their own insecurity, all because you gave them the space to do so. In negotiations, this is a classic and highly effective tactic. After you make your offer or state your terms, remain completely silent. The pressure to speak will be immense, but the first person to break that silence usually gives away leverage. They might offer a concession or reveal their desperation simply to break the tension. By staying quiet, you project confidence in your position and force the other party to react to you. Even in moments of conflict, silence is a powerful de-escalation tool. When someone is angry or emotional, responding with equal energy only adds fuel to the fire. But responding with calm silence removes that fuel. Your lack of reaction can be baffling to an aggressor. It demonstrates that their emotional state does not control yours. Calm always wins these psychological battles because it shows superior emotional discipline. However, a crucial distinction must be made. This is about strategic silence, not nervous silence. There's a world of difference. Nervous silence, where you avoid eye contact, slouch, or fidget, communicates fear and weakness, not strength. Strategic silence is deliberate. It is chosen, not forced upon you. It comes from a place of inner confidence, not social anxiety or avoidance. It's the difference between being speechless and choosing to be silent. The Stoic philosopher and Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius once wrote that you always have the option of having no opinion. This is a profound insight into personal power. You do not need to react to everything. You do not need to explain yourself to everyone. You do not need to have a hot take on every issue. Your silence is a form of discipline. It is restraint. It is a declaration that you control your own mind and your own reactions. In a world that demands constant engagement, choosing disengagement is a radical act of power. So I encourage you to start practicing. Start small. In your next conversation, consciously insert a 1-second pause before you answer. When you walk into a meeting, take a moment to stand still and observe the room before you act. When someone says something you disagree with, instead of immediately arguing, just hold their gaze and stay quiet for a beat. Observe how they react. Observe how it makes you feel. Master silence, and you will begin to master perception. Master perception, and you will master influence. The world will always be noisy. People will always compete to be the loudest voice in the room. But you can choose a different path. You can choose the path of calm strength, of deliberate action, of silent power. Observe more, speak less, control yourself first, and you will soon find that you control far more than you ever imagined. Thank you for watching. If you found value in this perspective on calm strength over noise, consider subscribing to our channel, Silent Power Minds, for more insights into mastering your inner world to shape your outer one. See you in the next video.